today's math lesson, and we're going to be dividing again. Okay, you're going to hear piano music in the background just like yesterday. Someone is practicing in the room next door, so you can hear that. So we get piano music while we're doing our lesson. Yay. Okay, your lesson for today, your whole assignment is on one worksheet. Yippee, just one sheet. It is the one that says Lesson 12.3 up in the corner. Okay, and it's a practice one. So practice for Lesson 12.3. Today we're actually going to be doing the real division problems, not just estimating. Okay, so these are, you've done division for many years now. These are just a little bit bigger problems, so you don't have as many of them to do. I think you'll be fine doing them. Okay, so I want to show you something. We're actually going to start, well, let me just give you a problem that we're doing here. Number one, we actually don't solve it, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and solve it to show you something. It has 1,527 divided by 17, okay? Now, the thing that's probably the trickiest with doing big multiplication problems is knowing where to write the quotient, where to write your answer. And that's what people get confused. Do I start writing over the 1, over the 5, over the 2? I don't know if anyone ever thinks over the 7, because usually people are trying to start too far to the left. Okay, so I want you to really pay close attention. You are not going to write the answer over these first couple. Let me show you how you're going to know. You're going to ask yourself, well, does 17 go into 1? Nope. Does 17 go into 15? Nope. So that means, yep, 17 does go into 152. And that is the place where you're going to write, I'm going to put a line up there just so you can see it. That is where you are going to start writing your answer. This is so important to get this, otherwise you'll end up with crazy answers that aren't quite right, okay? So, number 1, it says name the position, well, numbers 1 through 8, I should say name the position of the first digit of the quotient. So where does the first digit of the answer goes? That's all you have to do for numbers 1 through 8. So, is it in the ones place, the tens place, or the hundreds place? I hope you said hundreds, okay? Because that's what it is. So hundreds, that's your answer for number 1. Okay? Look at number 2. I'm going to do one more with you just to make sure you've got this. It's 1,941 divided by 23. Okay, does 23 go into 1? Nope. Does 23 go into 19? Nope. Does 23 go into 194? Yes, it does. So the 4, that is the place where you are, it's the last digit of the number you're going to start dividing, okay? The 194. So again, this one is the hundreds place, okay? So that's what you're going to do on numbers 1 through 8, okay? All right, let me erase this because now we need lots of space to do these problems. And you are not going to have enough space on here most likely unless you write really microscopically to fit. Well, actually, you know what? 9 through 16 don't give you space. You're probably going to have to do that. You could do it on the back or on a lined paper is better. It keeps you lined up. Remember, one way to keep your column straight is to use lined paper and turn it on its side so you have lines going up and down to keep your column straight. That's important for multiplying and dividing, so feel free to do that. Okay, all the rest of the problems on here say divide. Now, 9 through 16 say divide, check by multiplying. So we have to check 9 through 16. 17 through 24 you don't have to check, okay? But I want to show you how to check it and remind you. We've done that before with smaller problems. So let's look at number 9, okay? I'm going to help you with this one. It says it is 433 divided by 35. And please get these written right. It's 433 divided by 35. That means the 35 is out here, outside of the division sign. The number we're dividing up goes inside, okay? All right, will 35 go into 4? No. Will 35 go into 43? Yes. So this is, we divide just like you know how to divide, but right there, that is where your answer is going to be started to be written. How many times does 35 go into 43? One time. Okay, so I'm going to write a 1 right there over the 3 because that's the last number I'm using at the moment. 1 times 35 is 35, so I write it here, and I now subtract. The 4 turns into a 3, because I've got to borrow. I can't take 5 from 3. Sorry, I skipped ahead there. So I'm going to change my 4 into a 3 and move the 10 over here to make that 13. 13 take away 5 is 8. Okay? 3 take away 3 is 0, so it just stays the same there. So there's my, I have 8 left over. I have to now bring down my 3. Okay? There it is. 35 goes into 83 is the next question I ask myself how many times. Well, this is when you gotta know your multiplication. Okay, lots of mental math here. I happen to know that 2 times 35 is 70, because I know that 2 times 3 and a half is 7. So 2 times 35 is 70. So that's fairly close to 83. 83 is a little bigger, so that's perfect. So let's go 2 times, and I put my 2 in the next column over. 2 times 35 is 70. That's what I just told you. If you're not sure, you can multiply somewhere on the side to figure that out. Okay? I now subtract. 3 minus 0 is 3. 8 minus 7 is 1. So my answer is 12, remainder 13. Okay? Now, do you remember how it says for 9 through 16, it says check by multiplying? You've done this on easier problems. Let me remind you how we do it. We multiply this times this, the 12 times 35. We add the remainder on, because that's a part of it too, so we have to add that on and see if we get 433. So let's try it. I'm going to go 35 times 12. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. I'm going to move over one spot here. I'm going to put that in to space it out. Now 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 3 is 3. We'll add up here. 0 plus 0 is 0. 7 plus 5 is 12. 3 plus 1 is 4. And now I have to add the remainder plus 13. 3, 3, 4. Yay! We did it right, because that 433 is the same as the 433 here. So when you multiply to check yourself, you multiply your answer, the main number of your answer, with the number you divided by out here, okay, 35, and get that, multiply that, and then add the remainder on. And that's what we did there, okay? That is what you're going to do for 9 through 16. For 17 through 24, you don't have to do the checking part. Just multiply it, okay? And I want to see written out answers on these. When you turn these in, show me your work. Do you remember how before other ones on the multiplication, I said, if you don't show me your work, I'm not going to give you credit because I can't tell that you did it. There are division calculators online that will even give you remainders and stuff, and I want to see that you went through the process of actually dividing, okay? So make sure you actually show your work on all of these problems. Now, the last ones here, 25, 26, 27, and 28, those are just matching ones. They say match each division, match each check with a division problem. So you're gonna have to say which, like for 25, does that one match with A, B, C, or D for this part, the checking part? Okay, so no brain power to put toward that one, but you can do it. I know you can, okay? And you don't need to do the mixed review at the bottom. Optional for extra credit points if you want to, okay? And that's your assignment for the day. Happy dividing. Make sure you call me or text me or email me or something if you have any questions. Let me know, okay? Thanks, bye.